know it's been a long time since I've made a video. It's been like a year, but now we're gonna whip out the face cam for this video because I see Airbob's got the face cam, so I've got to outdo him. I don't think I have any videos with this, so it's just kind of like a face reveal, I guess. But today we are going to be doing, as the title suggests, going over my Premier League predictions for the next season. So, all right, without further ado, let's get started. So how I'm going to do this is we're gonna have we're using the tier list website, and I'm gonna go through and fill them out and give explanations. So we gotta start from the bottom first, and to be honest, from the bottom you gotta go for probably gotta go for Fulham. Nope, Fulham more than likely, like Fulham, or maybe I don't know, like Fulham. Probably like Leeds in there too. But I think, probably the bottom of the league is going to be Fulham because, I mean, they're just a terrible team. They always go up and down, up and down, up and down. And, I think it's going to stay the same as they're going to drop. Now, next, right, so 19th place. It's going to be Leeds United. I think Leeds United is, well, terrible. I mean, they lost Rafinha. They've lost Calvin Phillips. I know they've brought in, Brendan Aronson, Tyler Adams, and who else was it? I believe there was one more player. It's escaping me, but there was one more player. And, I mean, of course, Mark Rocca. There you go, Mark Rocca. So, two defensive mids, Brendan Aronson attacking mid. And so Rasmus Christensen, I think, as well. And I believe he is also an attacking mid. So a lot of midfield reinforcements. And I think those guys, while they are young and they are good players, I don't think they're Premier League quality. I don't think those are the players that are going to catapult them to start to, surviving in the Premier League, or, even for them, they probably want to just finish solid mid-table, 12th, 13th. And I don't think that's really going to happen. All right, so 18th place. I'm probably going to go with Nottingham Forest or Bournemouth. Tough one. See, but I'm going to just give this one to Forest. I think Forest are going to have to be the team that are eliminated. I think they're going to be – oh, wait, my bad. I got to put that here. I think Nottingham Forest, while they are a strong side, I do think when it does come down to it, I know they've made a lot of signings, but they've lost Jed Spence. They've signed a lot of players off of Huddersfield Town. Again, they did do well in the championship, but again, championship doesn't always translate to Premier League success, as you've seen with Mitrovic the past couple of years. His championship success never really transfers over to the Prem. So I would say probably going to be Nottingham Forest. I mean, they are also a fairly weak team. All right, let's see. We got to go 17th place. 17th place. So this team is going to be, Darren About's going to be fighting relegation the whole season. And I think it's probably going to be Brentford. I think Brentford is going to take that 17th slot. I think Brentford is going to struggle this season. Second season syndrome, same thing you saw that happened to Sheffield. I mean, they have a solid team. They have Ivan Toney, but Ivan Toney he had a good goals return, but he was somewhat inconsistent. So I think that probably Ivan Toney, maybe Ivan Toney. I don't think he'll be enough to keep them up. They haven't really made any moves in the market that I'm aware of. No major moves that are ringing a bell. Of course, they lost Eriksson, so that's going to be a big hit for them. And I think, they probably will be there and about. They might even, go down as well. I think they might be at risk of going down, but I think there are teams that are worse than them. All right, now in 16th place, I got to go for Bournemouth. I think Bournemouth, or I think it's AFC Bournemouth, are going to be struggling in this season. I mean, they really are. I mean, they are a strong side, but I will say, while they are a strong side, they are weak at the same time. They were good in the championship. They finished second. Of course, Fulham was going crazy, but I don't really see them doing anything amazing this year. Okay, now what is this? This 20th. Okay, and 15th. All right, so yeah, 15th place. 15th place. Now, this is a tough one. I think we're going to have to throw Everton in there. Everton, yeah, I don't think Frank Lampard's the guy. I mean, of course, he's going to get fired. He is going to get fired this season. I think maybe next season something will happen. Oh, man, you can barely even see that logo. But anyway, I mean, I don't think really they can do much in terms of pushing past what they had last time. Of course, they will probably finish 15th. However, being close to relegation, but not really getting anywhere close to it towards the end of the season. I mean, their transfer business has not been ideal at all. I mean, Everton has not really done anything crazy. So I think we're going to have to go and say that Everton are going to be 15th. Now for 14th, this is a tough one because there is a lot of teams you could go and pick for this one. I mean, you could say Brighton, who finished 9th last year, would drop off because their signings they are good. And the guy Enciso from Paraguay, I forget the team, but in Paraguay, he had very good stats. I'm pretty sure it was like 21 goals, not something. I think he had a goal involvement per game. I'm pretty sure was his stats. So, and most of them were goals. He had like 4 assists or something. So I'd say that is a very good signing, but will it translate to the Premier League? Probably not. Yeah, but I think maybe probably going in that 14th slot will be Aston Villa. I know they made a lot of signings, but that being said, Aston Villa is not not gonna go, and they're not gonna gel together. I know Ramsey is gonna go crazy again, but Jacob Ramsey is gonna go crazy, but I don't think that'll really be enough. I think Diego Carlos is he's a good signing, but I feel as if that's not gonna work. Him and Tyrone Mings together is not a very good combination, or him and Axel Tuanzebe is not going to work. I think Diego Carlos, he'll play very well, but he's going to be let down by his other center back partner. All right. Of course, they also signed Boubacar Kamara, but even then, I don't think Boubacar Kamara. I mean, he is good. Don't get me wrong, he's very good, but he could also slot into center back. Maybe I think that might be the move for them, putting Boubacar Kamara and Diego Carlos in center back. I think that's probably something that they will do. They'll have to start the season bad and then switch to that, and they'll stabilize somewhat. Okay. And now moving on to 13th place. I'm going to go for Southampton in this one. 13th place for Southampton. I know they've signed the young Man City youngsters, Pavlersa, Bazunu, but the thing is, well, that is true. They have signed some good youngsters. They've let go of Fraser Forster. And do I think Gavin Bazunu can step up to the Premier League? I don't know if he's going to be their main goalkeeper. I'm pretty sure he won't be. He will be their backup. But I don't think he can. I think they'll be solid, though. Usually they're in relegation battle territory. But I think this year they have something to build on. They're making some good signings. Maybe, I think, 13th is warranted place for them. And now 12th place, I think I'm going to go Brighton. I mean, very, Brighton thing to do to finish 12th place. I mean, realistically, are they going to do anything amazing? No, I don't think Brighton are gonna really shock the system, if you will. I mean, they're gonna drop down to 12th. I mean, Enciso was a good signing, but that's really it. They've lost Yves Bissouma, so they're gonna be lacking a little bit in that midfield department. And I don't know. I don't think that that'll be enough to build on that 9th place finish last season. All right. Now in 11th place, so I believe. Okay, so in 11th place now, if I'm not getting this wrong, I will go for Crystal Palace. I think Crystal Palace are going to. I think they finished 13th last season, if I'm not mistaken. I think, if they had kept Conor Gallagher, they would have pushed up into that top half. But I mean, Patrick Vieira's got a very good thing going. I mean, you've got Olise, Tyree Mitchell. You've got, of course, Zaha is staying, but I don't know if they really have. They still lack that clinical edge, and I think losing Conor Gallagher is not going to be able to keep them in the league. not in the league. It's not going to be able to propel them into that upper half of the table. Now, now going into the top half of the table in 10th place, I think we are going to have. Actually, no, I don't want to do this, but Wolverhampton Wanderers, I think, is going to finish. Actually, no, not Wolves. Let's go for Newcastle. Newcastle are going to finish 10th. I know they're the richest club in football, but I don't see them finishing 10th. I know you could say I'm hating, but I don't see them really pushing for that Europa League. I mean, sure, they've made some signings. They've signed who have they signed actually? I mean, they've signed Bruno Guimaraes. I mean, really, no one that I can remember off the top of my head. I know they have made signings, but I don't think that Newcastle is ready to make that jump to the Europa League. I think Alan St. Maximin is going to have a very good season, but I don't really see them. Don't see them making it into that top half. Okay, now ninth place. Ninth place is an interesting one, and ninth place is going to be occupied by West Ham. I think West Ham, while they are a strong side. I mean, they have signed Skamaka. They're still interested in Armando Broja, but I think they also signed Naif Aguerd for like 35 million. He's injured. He's done for the first three months, and I think that's going to hamper them. They're not going to have center. They're not going to have a strong defense to start the season, and that's going to hurt them down the line. I think midway they're going to start picking up, but the first half of the season they're not going to do too well. Probably be around 10th, 11th. Second half they'll pick it up, but I don't really see West Ham doing anything in terms of Europa League, Conference League, and no way they're making Champions League. So, yeah, I don't think they're recreating anything like they've seen. I think they are going to start to fall off. Now, in 8th place, I am going to go for Leicester City. I know Leicester City, have been that team that were supposed to break into the top 4, but I don't think it's going to happen this season because they probably could have if they had James Justin and Wesley Fofana, but both of those guys have been out for the past season and a half pretty much. And I think that, even if they do come back this season and don't get re-injured, I mean, I know James Justin was supposed to come back in when? February of last season, but that didn't happen. I think maybe even if they do come back this season, I don't see them really winning anything. I really don't see them winning anything. Breaking into that Conference League and Europa League, I think it's going to be more of the same that we saw of last season. Now, in 7th place, I am going for my boys, Wolverhampton Wanderers. And, it is a little biased. I think realistically, Wolves is going to struggle because they don't have a striker. We do have Neto and Podence, but Raul Jimenez has been injured for a while. I know we did keep Ruben Neves, but while we did keep Ruben Neves, we also are losing him next season because he's going to be a free agent next season. And I don't really think he's sticking around unless Wolves can get into that European position. And at the same time, the Wolves are not exactly going to do that because they don't have a striker. We're going to struggle with scoring. Of course, we signed Nathan Collins, but we have been linked with Dzeko, which I think would be an okay signing. He's a very short-term fix, but I think he would help. But he has said he wants to stay with Inter Milan until January, so that will not happen. And I mean, I think we may be scrambling to sign a new forward, and also Manchester United are linked with signing Pedro Neto. So if Wolves do lose Pedro Neto, I think it will be done for them. Now, in 6th place, I see Arsenal finishing in 6th. They have made more signings, Gabriel Jesus and who else? Fabio Vieira. And who else have they signed? They signed. I'm pretty sure they've signed a couple of their decent players there, who are not coming to my mind at the time. But I do think. Oh, they signed Marquinhos, who is supposed to go to Wolves as well, which is odd. I don't know how that happened. That's a very interesting situation. Of course, maybe I'll make a video on it. We'll see. But I think that Arsenal they're going to have what Man U did last season. Last season, they did well. Manchester United finished second. They're like, oh yeah, they can push and win the title this season. They made good signings, and then what happened, right? But I think Arsenal now, it's like they were pushing for Champions League. They're going to get Champions League next season. That's what people are thinking because they made all these signings. It's not happening. They're finishing sixth. I mean, Arsenal's Arsenal. I mean, that's all I got to say. Arsenal's Arsenal. Okay. Now, in fifth place, I have to go with Chelsea. And that is because Chelsea, I don't really see them making that Champions League. I know, well, Chelsea are strong. I do think that they may struggle in the fact that Chelsea have not done well in preseason, so people are immediately hating on them. But also, they don't have a out-and-out striker. I know Kai Havertz can play, but I mean, he got 10 goals last season. He's not really a striker. I mean, they don't have that. They're not going to have that cutting edge. And I think when they play against these big six teams or teams with a strong defense like Wolves, they're lacking that cutting edge. So when those games happen, I don't think they're going to get many points. They're not going to be taking points off the big boys. And I think that they will struggle as a result of that and finish in the Europa League spot. Now in fourth place, I'm whipping out Manchester United. I know Manchester United is probably a little controversial one. I don't think many people believe in their ability, but I think Manchester United have a chance. I think this season, if Ronaldo stays, or I mean Ten Hag, I think he can really get them playing well. I mean, they are playing a different style. I think this season we won't see Martial. He's just popping off in preseason. He's going to flop. I think Ronaldo is going to, stay evergreen as always, but the rest of the team, I think Sancho's going to pick it up. Rashford's going to come back into his own. Maguire and Varane and Lissandro are going to start, picking up some better defending. I think Maguire might get dropped. I know he is the captain, but I think if Lissandro Martinez can put up better numbers than him, I think he will be that starting center back. And Harry Maguire will take a good look in the mirror and improve. I mean, he was 80 million for a reason. So I think maybe he will improve and then the team will go on. Now, in third place, we are going for Tottenham Hotspur. I know, since I would really want to put them in second because they've done so well, and of course Antonio Conte does not mess up. I think they will win a trophy this year, though. That's my main prediction. Tottenham will win a trophy. They are not going to win the Premier League, obviously, but I think they could. I think, did they qualify for Champions League? They will either. They could win the Champions League. I could see Tottenham winning the Champions League, or although two legs, there's always a chance for Tottenham to bottle it. So I don't know, either Tottenham or I think they're going to either win that or the League Cup. The League Cup or the Champions League. Tottenham is going to have a chance of winning, and I think they will win. Now, in second place, obviously it's going to be between these two guys, and it's tough. I really want to put Liverpool in second place, but I don't know because I'm not sure if Liverpool is going to be second place because I know Manchester City. I would usually put them champions, but because they've signed Haaland, I'm not sure if they are ready. I mean, Liverpool just beat them in the Community Shield today. So I don't know. I really think it's a toss-up. It's obviously a toss-up because one of those two teams is winning the league. But is it going to be Manchester City or is it going to be Liverpool? I think I'm going to have to stick with Manchester City. And Manchester City are just an unstoppable force, and they just are. They're Manchester City, and I think that Manchester City is one of the strongest teams, and there's no way that they will lose. I mean, I know they're going to adapt to having now a number 9. So now with Haaland, I think they're going to be amazing. Although Haaland, I don't think he's going to put up the numbers he has been putting up. He'll score. Maybe he'll score a goal every other game, or he'll get 20 goals in 30 matches instead of 20 and 20 like he's been doing so far. I think it's going to be like more like 20 goals in 30 matches. I think now playing against these Premier League teams, I think he is going to struggle. I don't see him scoring the the rate of goals he was scoring in pretty much everywhere except Moldo before this. So I really see Manchester City winning, but Liverpool will probably keep it up because although while they are going to have Darwin Nunez, who has, he scored in that win in the Community Shield, but I guess he is, settling into the team. So I don't know. We'll see. Liverpool, maybe they'll be a threat, maybe they won't. I don't think they can do it. Manchester City is just such a juggernaut and such a heavyweight that there's no way that Liverpool can keep up with them. I think that's just the end of the road. But yeah, anyway, that's the end. That's the Premier League predictions. Let's do a quick little recap. I put Fulham in 20th, Leeds in 19th, Nottingham Forest in 18th, Brentford in 17th, Bournemouth in 16th, Everton in 15th, Aston Villa in 14th, and 13th we have Southampton, 12th is Brighton, 11th is Crystal Palace, 10th is Newcastle, and 9th is West Ham, 8th is Leicester, 7th is Wolves, 6th is Arsenal, 5th is Chelsea, 4th is United, 3rd is Spurs, the runners-up are Liverpool, and the champions will be Manchester City. Although, I will say, I don't think Haaland is winning the Golden Boot. I really think Salah is going to win the goal, or Son. I think Heung-min Son is going to win the Golden Boot this season. I don't know about it. I just really feel that he will be a different animal this season. I know Antonio Conte, he wins. He's a serial winner. So I think Heung-min Son will become the top scorer in the Premier League this season. All right. And I think I will end this video with the craziest prediction this season. I think the craziest thing that's going to happen this season is that craziest thing to happen this season will be, I think that the first manager to be fired will be Eddie Howe. I think that's my crazy prediction, that the first manager to be fired will be Eddie Howe. Okay. That's all. All right. Thank you guys for watching, and remember to like and subscribe.